As a British citizen, how do you see the latest actions taken by the Spanish government by jailing the Catalan leaders?
I know that the first thing I thought, I was utterly shocked that they could essentially take political prisoners in this way. I think we'd find that shocking anywhere in the world, but especially right in the heart of Europe and also within the EU. It's not to say it's any different, but it's not something that we would ever expect to happen.
All right. I'm going to give you a scenario, and you can tell me which country you think that would be. People going to vote, and army and police forces injuring 1,000, including women, young children, and elderly people, followed by a series of closing down of websites and jailing of political leaders. I'll give you three options: Russia, Turkey, or Spain.
Well, I think quite uncontroversially, you'd say that Spain would be the last that you'd expect that to happen in.
Yeah.
I'd say even in somewhere like Russia, which has quite an authoritarian rule, it would be surprising on that scale and on that kind of steel-fisted approach and the shutting down of any kind of voice of the voice of the people. You're definitely not expected to happen in Spain.
What would you think would happen if Donald Trump was to jail the political opposition in the United States today?
So hypothetically,
yes.
Members within the Democratic Party or whoever. Well, I mean, I'd look forward to his tweets about it. I'm sure they'd be very entertaining. But I mean, it's inconceivable, really. It's inconceivable, and yet, but it's happened here in Spain, and so. I mean, that's all really I can say about it. I would have until the sort of 30th of September. I would say that was totally inconceivable, and yet here it's happened, and once it's happened, it means that it will happen, or it makes it much easier to happen elsewhere. So it's something it would be inconceivable in England or within the United Kingdom, but now that it's happened here in Spain, it is quite possible, and it's unsurprising if it would then happen to here now.
What is your opinion about the silence by the European Union and European leaders and countries on the matter?
I mean, baffling to say the least. I mean, on a human level, I can't comprehend it. So obviously, this is not happening on a human level, but this is an intersection between the human level, as in people wanting to have a voice, people directly wanting to take control or have some measure of control of their own affairs. So it is a political issue and a human issue, and the human issue is not being heard at all. Certainly from what I see in England.
The people that led that movement are facing 30-year jail sentences, and they are now, as we speak, in the preventive jail with no bail possible. If this is shocking to you, how would you expect Spanish citizens to react to it?
Well, I think there's only one course of action open to all Spaniards. I mean, whether they support Catalonia independence or not, because they and that is the only option is to fiercely protest against it and to act against it, not just protest but act, because there's a very dangerous precedent being set here that fine Spain should be within its rights to defend against the Catalonia referendum, but not in this way, like of completely shutting down dissent. I mean, it is. It's more like the Soviet times. No, not forget Russia. I mean, this is more like the Soviet Union.
What would happen in the United Kingdom?
I mean, it's a horrifying prospect, utterly horrifying, because what is that? If such an action would be done in the name of security and of control, and it would lead to directly the opposite. It would make things massively more insecure. It would shake the whole foundations of the British psyche, the psyche of all the people here, because they cannot trust the government, and also who is doing this, who's actually running affairs. Yeah, I mean, it'd be really, really shocking. And so, I mean, I have no direct agenda in the issue at all, but it's something I feel very strongly about, nonetheless, because it goes right. I mean, there's something tremendously uplifting about people actually trying to take direct control and directly acting, because we live in this age of passivity and individualism, where people are kind of very passive and quite defeatist. So to see the Catalans even just acting to try and do something about it is wonderful, actually. And is I can only see like tremendous good coming from it, and it's something I support, in myself and in whatever I can, and follow it with great eagerness.